All right, it's Fright Night with Ferocious. I can't talk right now. Um, so all I can smell in my house is popcorn.
Yeah, blame
Popcorn.
blame me.
Yeah, blame you. Anyway, it's gonna be the three of us today because unfortunately, Cypher is dealing with his pet, his doggy. So very sad. Um, but other than that, we are here talking about Frailty with Matthew McConaughey and Powers Booth.
What
Who else?
about Bill Paxton?
And Bill Paxton. Can't forget about Bill Paxton.
Definitely not. He's awesome. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton.
hmm So, but what's everybody been doing since last week?
I have not been doing much of anything. I was still watching Breaking Bad again. I was watching a couple years ago, watch the show Money Heist on Netflix. It's not in English. The mouths don't match up, or you can watch it with subtitles. And that stuff usually bothers me, but it's such a good series that I don't even care. Like, it's about like a heist, and there's this guy, the professor, who like masterminds everything, and all the bank robber people don't know each other and have different names, so they can't like narc on each other. And just randomly Netflix, the one character, Berlin, because they're named after countries, uh, he just got his like a spin-off show on Netflix. Like I just saw today and I was like, holy shit, like Netflix didn't mention anything about this. So I'm super excited to start that this weekend. Hopefully all the mothers, single dads that are mothers had a nice Mother's Day. That was last Sunday. I'm basically this weekend graduation parties, and it's my pop's 71st birthday, so we'll be doing that. And yeah, the weather's nice, starting to get really nice. So if you live in Pennsylvania right now in our area, it's like a beautiful, beautiful day. I would say. Would you two agree? It's not super hot, not super cold. Nice little breeze.
Yeah,
It's awesome right now.
yeah, it's very comfortable outside.
Well,
You can
well,
wear.
I get up too early and it's a little chilly in the morning for me, but
Listen, I wake up at 4:30 to go to work, so it's still a little chilly. Within no time, you're gonna be complaining that at early in the morning the humidity's already crazy. So enjoy it. It's not winter. You're not -0. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
yeah, well, soon I'm not gonna have to get up in the morning.
Yeah, well, fuzzing at a part-time job when you don't have to go to school, so he doesn't have to deal with you.
uh,
But
Mm.
yeah, I always feel like every Friday I should say I played some video games, but I did not. Um,
one of these days we'll get you into something.
I have them. Like, I mean, everyone knows I don't have a PS5 or an Xbox, but like I have plenty of the other ones, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. Every once in a while I get into the mood, but I really haven't touched most of them in a while.
Yeah.
Uh, I bought my wife Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for the Nintendo Switch. I didn't know they made that game, but she likes Rudolph, so we'll see if that's any good. It was on like Amazon for like $5, and I was like, give it a shot. So yeah, I mean, everyone just talking about work and everything, but yeah, it's good to be alive. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good to be here to talk about this movie that I didn't remember it. Well, I thought I never watched it,
Mhm.
but then I told my wife what the movie was, and she got really excited. She's like, "I love that movie. We watched it," and I was like, "No, we didn't." She's like, "Yeah, you just bitched the whole time and fell asleep," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Sounds like
And
something
then
I would do.
and then
Exactly.
and then this time I was doing good, and then I was sitting next to her, and she just kept hitting me because I kept closing my eyes, and she's like, Did you see what happened? Did you understand that? Yeah, cool. So yeah, we'll get into the movie more, but
Yeah.
it was a unique one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Fuzzy does that all the time. He swears up and down, "Oh, I never watched this movie. I never watched it."
hmm
He's watched it.
well,
No,
maybe
it may.
maybe
I think
he doesn't know the titles. That's all. Like once you
Uh-huh.
start watching it, then he remembers it.
either that or it's one of
Mhm.
those situations where the movie watched me sleep, basically. So that might be why I don't
Yeah.
remember some of them.
Listen, it happens to the best of us. I think my wife told somebody the one time, she's like, if I pick a movie, there's a 90% chance I fall asleep. If she picks a movie, there's a 100% chance I fall asleep. I told her, I said, it's nothing personal. I said, it's just like I'm on my feet all day, moving, working, that like once you shower and sit down, then my body is just like, shut it down and relax. So then I fucking fall asleep. Whatever.
Yeah.
I could be doing worse things than falling asleep during a movie, you know?
True. True. No, but for this past week, I've been working on a movie that's still coming along slow and steady. I've definitely learned a valuable lesson on time code stuff. But outside of that, for anybody that knows that I'm into video games, my most anticipated one just came out yesterday in early access. So trying to sneak some playtime in there as well. It's Forza Horizon, which is a arcade racing game. They're finally in Japan. It's pretty much the epitome of car culture and imports and tuning and like if you ever watch the movie Fast and Furious, or Too Fast Too Furious, Tokyo Drift, and you were like, yeah, man, I would love to try that. Yeah, this is pretty much a game to kind of relive that or imagine that through this game. But other than that, got a chance to watch this movie. Some pretty nice twists that I'm pretty sure get into. But other than that, like Presto said, the weather's nice. It's comfortable. It's not blazing hot. It's not, you know, 90% humidity kind of deal and can't find a breeze in the shade kind of deal. So, and funny enough, the ice cream man came through the neighborhood yesterday, which kind of surprised me. I don't know how many kids are still in this neighborhood. Most of them have grown up kind of deal. So you might have picked the wrong area, but I was halfway tempted to go down there and get an ice cream bar, but I'm like, well, I already got ice cream or ices in the house, so I don't really need to run to the ice cream truck and pay $5 for like a $2 ice cream kind of thing. So
Oh, it's,
but,
it's more than $5 now.
What?
I don't even want to look. Like if I already bought at a box of like 30 ices for like $15, I'm like, that is ridiculous. I can only imagine what they would charge for one of those ices from that truck. It'd probably be like $5 just for the one. So
They
those are
do
the
get
tiny ones.
they do get some of those good ones you can't buy in stores. The ones where they're like a Ninja Turtle or SpongeBob, and their eyeballs are like
Yeah,
gum, and
yeah.
like they all look like their faces melted when you open it up. It looks nothing like the package. Those are the good ones. There's an ice cream truck that comes down our street sometimes too, but like it like goes 10 miles per hour and doesn't stop ever. So like unless you're right at your door with money,
Mhm.
it will just drive right by you. Like maybe it's just like a side hustle. Like he's a drug dealer and he just has an ice cream truck and it's just like, yeah, this is what I do.
Yeah, it kind of covers it up so the cops don't get suspicious, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Until they go and ask for, hey, do you have any of those, the red, white, and blue ices? No, we ran out of those on the last block.
Did you see the trailer for the ice cream man from Eli Roth?
No.
No.
That looks, or ice cream something. It looks interesting. And I also recently just saw the new Evil Dead trailer.
Mhm.
I saw that one.
That holy shit. That one I did not see that coming. I saw the trailer where like the two people ran in the house like freaking out and then this the camera's like someone else comes in the front door and the camera's like at their side, so you just see like their fingers bleeding. You're like, what the fuck? And then it shows the face, and the person possessed has like the back headrest in a car, like the sharp part stuck through their cheek, and I was just like, oh, okay. Uh, things I wasn't expecting to see right now. So that looks very interesting. That scene alone was like, fuck. Because I remember the last one when it came out, everyone just kept saying about the cheese grater scene, the cheese grater scene. And I don't think that was that gory, the cheese grater scene. It didn't, I was picturing a lot worse than what it actually was. But yeah, we got some good horror movies coming out. I love shark movies. There's a couple shark horror movies coming out. So it's gonna be a good summer. Someone mentioned Obsession. I heard good things about that one. I've been wanting to check that one out when possible.
Yeah. This is going to be a good summer for movies, games, and all forms of entertainment, I think.
Yeah, and Fuzzy doesn't need no ice cream.
You don't tell him what he needs, all right?
I'm not supposed to have certain sweets because of potential diabetes. I don't have diabetes, but I'm like elevated A1C, although I've gotten it down by adjusting stuff.
All right, everyone. Fuzzy has diabetes, but his A1C is good right now. That's the correct translation from what he's saying. Just to let y'all know.
Anyway, this is from someone that's supposed to not drink soda.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And your kids told on you on the field trip, didn't they?
No. You have no evidence.
I have witnesses. I have your students as witnesses. They're like,
no evidence.
They're like,
nope. You have no evidence. The investigation will not come out in your way.
Anyway, when you have witnesses say that you're drinking soda and you're not supposed to drink soda,
really witnesses? Witnesses can forget things. Incorrectly.
Are you going to blackmail the students to make sure they get good grades? Be like, y'all better stop telling me about soda.
Is it really blackmail, though? Is it really?
I'm not touching this one.
How was your week, Fee?
Anyway, it would be better if somebody had gotten a time codey thing.
Holy shit. Hit after hit, man.
Yeah.
Fuzz, how's your back, man? She's running that bus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What?
No, outside of the time code thing, anything exciting, interesting, or otherwise?
I mean, not really. I mean, we went out to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
To an almost, dead restaurant.
It's Longhorn and it's in Exton. The mall is dying. The shops are dying.
Oh, wait. I love this one. Oh, wait. No, not that one. This one. She got a mini fridge in classroom with Pepsi.
Yeah.
I got a whole fridge.
Full-size fridge, yeah.
Are you a Pepsi or Coke?
Fridge.
She used to be a Coke drinker, and my family was Pepsi drinkers, and I guess she lost the taste for Coke. I don't know.
But anyway, I got a whole fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Fuzz, are you a Coke guy?
I grew up on Pepsi, and then after meeting her, switched to Coke for a bit. And then I think towards these past couple of years, we just switched back and forth. It's like, oh, whichever one's on sale. Oh, you got 3 2-liters for $6 or something like that. All right, we'll get that brand. Oh, the cans are on sale. We'll get that brand kind of thing. So they're interchangeable. I all honesty, I would probably drink regular Coca-Cola, and if they could bring back clear Pepsi. I know that it used to taste weird, but like I actually have a weird craving for clear Pepsi now. I don't know.
I think you think it tastes better than you remember it.
Probably.
Like, I think when you're gonna drink it, like, ooh, this isn't right. And clear Pepsi, like, way to show your age, bud. Jeez.
Yeah, that was a weird thing when they released that. It was like the Zima of colas, I guess. But yeah, it was interesting at the time. Kind of citrusy, almost like a Sprite with more sugar, I guess.
Mhm.
That's about the best way I can kind of remember it. But you're right. It'll probably taste like water and sadness or something. I don't know.
Water and
There
sad.
is Mountain Dew just came out with a drink called, I'm not a Mountain Dew drinker, but it's called Dirty Dew, and it tastes like a creamsicle almost. Like it was all
Mm.
right. It was it was very sweet. It was one of those to just kind of, okay, I had a Dirty Dew. I'm good. I can just say I had it.
No, for a while there, I was hooked on all the new Dr. Peppers, like the
Mhm.
cherry and the cream soda one that they had. I was going through about a case every couple of days. So yeah, I need to cut back on soda as is. But yeah,
Mhm.
Dr. Pepper was the drink of choice more recently.
Mhm. Mhm. Yes, but I have the luxury as a science teacher to have a whole fridge.
Hmm.
Yeah, I did. I did purchase it myself, but I have a whole fridge and approval to have it in my classroom. The luxury of being a science teacher. So yeah. So anyway, what else did we do this week? Nothing, right?
Pretty
You didn't let
much.
him out of the room. You let him go out to eat
Well,
once,
I
and you
mean,
kept him
he's
locked up.
look. He's the one who didn't think he needed a time coding thing, and now he has learned his lesson
Yeah,
on he needed the time coding thing.
yeah. Because I thought the wireless mic plugging it into the camera would suffice, and it didn't. So
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Rome wasn't built in a day. You find this stuff out. It's your first movie you guys are shooting. It's all right. Fuzz is learning from his mistakes. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
need you to remind you. He doesn't need you to remind him every day what he did wrong. If he did that to you, he would never get this movie done. That's all he'd be doing.
Anyway,
hmm.
Mm.
um, but yeah, next week we have to go on a field trip.
And Fuzz always gets drug along to all this stuff, even if he doesn't want to do it. What an idea guy.
Well, I'm sure he wants to go to Eastern State Penitentiary. I mean, that's kind of cool, isn't it?
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Al Capone saw or has a thing there. And the one time we went and I went down a hallway, there was no one else down it, and I heard talking, and it was coming from inside a cell. When I got to the cell, it stopped. Freaky as shit. And it was daytime, so it wasn't like we did any like paranormal shit or like went at night. Like it was just daytime.
Mm-hmm.
Walked down the one place and boom, there it was. I also went to Alcatraz once. That was really eerie and surreal going there.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, from like all the salt water from the ocean, a lot of it's just kind of crumbling. But
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just imagine that maybe people did or did not escape and live, but like just a prison on the island, and then some people live there. Like that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And then the movie Escape to Alcatraz, that's a classic.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are our first impressions of this movie?
So my first impressions, I talked about it a little before, was sometimes I guess I say we're spoiled a lot because we are. Newer movies are very clear, like the picture's amazing. And this is one of those where it came out in 2001. At least the version I saw, it just looked older. Like the colors weren't bright. It just looked dated. And sometimes with movies like that, they just kind of turn me off. Um, I need something that's action or keeps my attention. This is more of a slow burn. It's not, there's not, as far as I remember, there's nothing crazy action scenes that happen in the movie. It's just like slowly builds a little suspense, and then there's like a twist at the end. So it's not really my cup of tea of movie, but I appreciated the movie, and it is a good movie. I'm trying to be more open with these movies that we watch instead of just saying like it sucked, it wasn't for me. I can say it's not for me, and it wasn't
Unless I pick it. Unless I pick it, then
that then they
you,
suck.
yeah, exactly.
But this one I could like appreciate the story, appreciate it, and still say like it wasn't for me, and not really. I just don't want to shit on it because it wasn't a movie for me. It still was a good movie, and it I didn't completely fall asleep. There was a couple times, like I said, the wife had to nod, kind of give me a little shove in the rib to keep me awake. So overall, I'm happy now that I finally watched it all because that one time she kind of had it on, I kind of was paying attention. So I don't think the first time I saw bits and pieces, I saw the twist at the end. So it was cool to see the twist because the whole movie I'm like thinking one thing, and then the twist happens. You're like, oh shit, that was a nice little payoff. Um, Bill Paxton, I think I know. Well, I know him from Alien and Predator 2. Predator 2 is like one of my favorite movies. It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. I think why it's so near dear to my heart is it was the first rated R movie I bought with boobs in it. Like when I was underage, like at
Mhm.
Suncoast Videos. I don't know if anyone remembers what Suncoast Videos was,
Mhm.
but it was like FYE or yeah, FYE but better.
Yeah.
Uh I was just picturing FYE now. I'm like, they don't even really have CDs anymore. Like it's like FYE meets The Wall. Is that what it was called? The Wall? It was a CD store that like they all had lifetime warranties that if they ever scratched, you could just bring them back and they'd replace them.
I think so.
Man, all
Either
this.
that or Tower. Although Tower was probably the bigger record store out or record CD and tape place out here, or where when we live closer to Philly. I just remember more Tower record places and stuff like that.
Yeah. So Poison, just real quick, Alcatraz, you could do it with headphones on and walk around. You could do it with a tour guide. So you have options of how you want to do the tour at Alcatraz. And they actually lock you in a at least when I went, they lock you in a one of those cells where there's like no windows or anything. I forget what it's called when you're in like lockdown or whatever. So they like put you in this room and you can't see nothing and there's a hole in the
Isolation.
floor. Huh?
Isolation.
Yeah. Like you do something bad or whatever and you get locked up and they basically close the door for you for like 2 minutes and they're like, yeah, imagine doing this for 24 hours. And I was just like, no fucking way. Like, that's insane. So yeah. And also if you go there, buy your tickets way in advance because they sell out. Like you just can't go to San Francisco and buy the tickets, buy them ahead of time because the boats pack up and yeah. It's a nice little ride across the ocean.
Hmm.
So yeah, Fuzz, what was your first impressions?
I, I'll say the overall look of the movie gave it a little bit more of an older appearance than I was hoping for, but it was still kind of clear as far as the visuals and things along those lines. But when it comes to the trailer, like decided to watch the trailer to kind of get the gist of it and try not to look for any plot holes or anything like that. Interesting premise. I was trying to figure out between the brothers who was telling the story because it something felt like it was going to be off kind of deal, but the twist at the end kind of pays off with that and stuff. But I think the big thing was just trying to figure out how this was all going to play out, and I didn't see what was going to happen at the end for the particular agent, but as far as the the one brother that was in his office and stuff. I kind of thought from get go something was a little off in that regard, but it was definitely an interesting story. A lot more appealing or attention holding for me than I thought it would be. Um, Not really a Matthew McConaughey fan, so this was, I guess, one I would consider one of his better ones outside of like what's his space movie? I I just had it and I forgot the name of it, but yeah, this was an interesting movie. Kept my attention the entire time. Didn't yell at the screen or argue with the characters too much. Um, there were some things that I kind of figured, were playing out the way they were playing out for a reason. But yeah, I was pretty, jazzed up as far as watching this, and the trailer gave me a good sense of what to expect, kind of thing. So I enjoyed this. Fee, what were your first impressions? Oh, wait, she bounced. Does she know that she's not in here? Hold on one sec. She'll be back with us momentarily. I guess some technical difficulties with her computer. And Judah, yes, Interstellar. That was the movie. Thank you. Uh-oh.
What
Here we
happened?
go.
Were we the only one?
Well, I saw Presto for a while, and then before you came here, I think Presto got booted as well. So
Somebody said he finally had enough. No, it just went out for some reason. It went out. And yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Presto's on mute.
Well, hopefully.
Oh, no, we have two Prestos.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We have one Presto now.
Sophie, what are your impressions of the early impressions of?
Presto. We aren't that lucky.
No, not one. One day, maybe we'll get there. But for the time being, we just got to grin and bear and
Whatever.
deal with her.
So no, I did like this. So I guess I'm a little different from some people. I kind of like the graininess of the film. I think it adds to the time period when the films were made. And I like also, other things, as far as visuals, like, there's like a particular tone of color throughout. But some people like the clear pictures that they have now. I just think they're kind of flat, but that's just me. So I think for the graininess of the film, I think it added to the background of the film. I mean, this was set in what, the late 70s, early 80s, and then it jumps to around the early 2000s or late 1990s. So I was trying to figure out, wait a minute, is that Powers Booth? Like, I've seen him in other stuff, but I don't think I've ever seen him really as a younger, in his younger years. I saw him towards the end of when he had stopped acting and stuff. So I had to do a double take and look it up. So that was another weird thing. Matthew McConaughey looks so different.
No, he doesn't.
He does. His face was chubbier.
He was just younger in that picture.
You're body shaming him now?
I'm
Jeez,
not.
no one's safe with you.
I'm not saying. I'm not trying to body shame him. I'm just trying to say he looked like an ordinary person. There were no like chiseled jaw or anything like that. Like he
I don't
didn't.
I don't think this movie was going for him to have the six pack, chiseled jaw kind of look. I mean, I could be wrong because I wasn't the director, but just doesn't seem like that's the vibe. They didn't want some guy like that.
I know, but he looked different. Like his hair wasn't. His hair was more flat. He wasn't pronouncing his curls.
What the
He
fuck?
was in
You find the weirdest
character.
things in movies.
Yeah, like they were. He was playing one
He
of
didn't have his
two
coat
young
zippered up like
kids
he
that,
normally does. So
you know,
weird.
yeah, their father went crazy, and they had to bounce from foster care at some point. Like, yeah, I
I
don't think
mean,
he was
it's
too worried
okay.
about his hair, considering.
Yeah, basically that's what she's saying. He wasn't hot yet in the chat. You're basically
Oh,
saying he wasn't hot in this movie. That
oh
he was
my
just your
god!
normal guy.
I'm not.
Normal guy you wouldn't even look twice at when you walk down the street.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying nothing. Mm-hmm. Not me. Anyway, Bill Paxton looked like Bill Paxton. I
Depends what Bill Paxton you're looking for.
What do you mean the Bill Paxton that you're looking for? This is not the Bill Paxton you're looking for.
Yeah, if anything, I would say he looks different, like in this movie compared to his other characters.
I don't think he did. Mm-mm. You knew that was Bill Paxton.
Well, I feel like Bill Paxton's voice also is so unique that I probably could have had my eyes closed and knew Bill Paxton was on the screen.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Now, who surprised me? So,
A character
they had.
surprised you?
Oh no. Seeing somebody because I didn't realize how old she was. So Missy Kreider. Okay. So if anybody remembers her, she was in. Besides Powder, she's known. What was her? What was her? One movie that she's like known for, and that's not it because it's CIS Miami.
Must not be that good if you don't even know what it is.
No. I can't remember what it is.
But Mulholland Drive or something?
No. Mm-mm. It was something different.
Are you arguing with yourself now?
No, I'm not arguing with myself. Why does everybody think I argue with myself?
Because you do.
No, I don't. I do not.
I don't know who that lady is. So I don't know her from anything else.
Yeah.
I knew basically the main three or whatever from this movie, and then the rest were kind of, I don't want to say no names. I just didn't recognize them in anything.
Maybe it is Powder, or maybe it was the Criminal Minds episode that she was in. But I didn't realize that she was in this movie.
Surprise, she is.
I thought it was another one. But no, I know she was in Criminal Minds. She's been in like 58 things. But yeah, she got 2 more things coming up. The Interims, When Between Time and Place, and Jewel. One is in development unknown, and the other one is production unknown. Yeah, it's a little weird. But anyway, yeah, I really don't remember her in Mulholland Drive either. But yeah, I mean, I thought she was good in the other This one she didn't have a big role or anything, but I
And she
always liked
only
her.
appeared in like the tail end for the most part, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Well, she was the one who picked up the phone when um Agent Wesley or Agent Doyle was checking in on Adam to see
Yeah.
who he was. Um, well, she didn't give him really much information that we know of directly, but it was enough to satisfy Agent Doyle. And then we find out he's a little bit more well known in the community,
Yeah.
a little bit more upstanding. But what did we think about Sheriff Smalls, though? Let's get to him. We can't
Uh,
forget about Sheriff Smalls. We can't forget about him. What
I
was
mean,
it
we
about
can.
Sheriff Smalls? I know Fuzzy has a lot of opinions.
I mean, he
Well, then Fuzzy could go first.
yeah. All right, so I know
Was that the
back in
dick one?
he definitely was a bit of a dick when it
No.
came to listening to his to the one kid, because yeah, I mean it was that way at that time, late 70s. Kids should be seen, not heard. That was like the overall sentiment a lot amongst a lot of adults kind of deal. Never believe what a kid says. All they do is lie. Okay, so you have a kid that ran to your police department to tell you that their father is murdering people and burying them in a rose garden. And instead of at least looking in the garden, you go straight to the house. Well, yeah, I'm going to talk to your father and we're going to settle things. Now, the kid at some point offers to take him to the rose garden. To me, I would rather go to a rose garden than a cellar. Like if you have or not a cellar, but like a basement in a shed type of thing, I would rather go to the rose garden. That's just me. But had he listened to the kid initially, he would probably still be alive. But
So
you know, he.
if a child came to you
Mhm.
talking about how their dad was killing people, would you have believed them?
I think I would be cautious enough to at least let somebody else know to come along with me while we interview him, or at least ask permission to look in this garden, kind of thing. I'm not going in the house because unless we got guns drawn, kind of thing, you don't. I mean, I guess yeah, small town. Who would think that somebody would kill a sheriff? But it's like this kid is running in your office like a maniac late at night, and they haven't been known for running around telling bald faced lies. Like this would be like a first time kind of thing for something like this. Yeah, I would probably be a lot more cautious. I wouldn't say necessarily I'm gonna believe him right off rip, but I would be a bit cautious. But that's me. Maybe it's me being cynical and a New Yorker at heart or something like that type of deal. But take everything with a grain of salt. But definitely watch your back, kind of thing.
So Presto's saying he can't hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can Presto hear me? Oh, Presto's back. Presto's out. Presto's
I'm
back.
good.
Okay.
Now he can hear you.
For a while there, Fuzz was getting muted, and I thought you were just trying to silence him. So I was like, that's messed up.
No, I wasn't trying to silence him.
Mhm.
But anyway,
But what are your thoughts on the sheriff?
so this movie did have the one of the tropes in horror. It's, hey, friendly sheriff, small town sheriff thinks that he knows everybody, and let's just mosey on over here by myself because I can handle anything. Yeah, that didn't work out for Sheriff Smalls. Nah. I thought at that time people had more critical thinking skills, but no, not Sheriff Smalls.
Nope. He got folded like a lawn chair down them stairs.
Yup. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was a shame.
Yeah.
It actually wasn't, for how many times they used the axe or whatever, it actually wasn't a gory movie at all.
Mm-mm.
Like, they didn't really show anything at all. I think the one kill, they showed blood splatter, but that was basically it. It was a very clean movie, I guess, like, if you want to call it that.
Well, there was a little bit when he hit a couple people with the pipe, but that was just, facial, kind of like the wound on the head, wound across the temple kind of thing. But other than that, yeah, there wasn't a lot of blood. But it was considered a crime thriller rather than a straight horror movie.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't say it was a horror movie at all. You said a thriller?
Yeah, it says crime thriller drama.
But I think that lack of gore kind of helps sell their, the father's mission kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was gory, it'd be like, wait, you said an angel told you to do this? And you're like chopping up these people like it's, mincemeat kind of thing. Yeah, that may not have sold as well.
Yeah, I am so glad I did not, I was not birthed or I didn't marry into an overly religious family. Yeah, because I couldn't imagine as a child. Because we had Fenton, who was like, "Yeah, I'm old enough to know that this is crazy," and then we had Adam, who was very young, and he was like, "Yeah, Dad, I see it too. I see it too." But you really don't know. Well, at the time, you really don't know if Fenton was right, where Adam was like, "Oh no, I love my dad. I'm gonna go along with it," or if he actually did see it.
Well, it's hard because as a kid, you're very innocent, and I
Mhm.
feel like you want to make your dad proud and stuff. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
you'll try to, even if you don't believe it or whatever, you just want his approval. So, you
Mhm.
know, I get to bond with my dad and stuff. So yeah, I can see as a kid, you going along with him, be like, yeah, I see it, like get to hang out with your dad kind of thing. And then there's the other son who's just like, I don't know, like I don't see it, I don't believe in this kind of thing. So I'd say that part was believable.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And I could see very easily how that would happen because, when you're growing up, who do you trust the most? You usually your parents. I know there's cases where it's not the case, but usually, when your parents tell you stuff, you believe them. Like that's who you trust.
True.
Don't do this. Don't say this. Like,
Yeah.
and then there's people that just do it anyways.
Yeah.
Like Fee.
Mhm.
Yeah. Huh. Whatever. But anyway, so when we look at the plot, it was pretty sound plot. I mean, it was very simple. There wasn't a lot of, I mean, there's always plot holes, but there wasn't a lot of intricate, finite details that you couldn't fill in the answers along the way. So that was nice.
Yeah, it was a slow journey from the start to finish. Like until the end, the plot twist at the end, like there wasn't anything that really was like earth shattering or whatever. Just yeah, when the dad would find the people that were demons and put his hand on them and have visions or whatever, then it was like, okay, shit, know what's gonna happen to this person? Like, this is next.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I was thinking about the plot, we have is very simple. We have a family with no mom, and they're getting along, and then all of a sudden, dad has this dream or this vision or whatever, which it's kind of easy to confuse visions with dreams when you're just waking up out of sleep. But he runs into the room and he talks to his kids, and one kid is like, "Okay, I'll listen, but I'm definitely judging you." Whereas the other kid is like, "I'm listening and I don't judge."
Hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, rational thinking people would probably think, yeah, my dad's lost his mind kind of deal. Waking up in the middle of the night talking about, a vision. I mean, some people would kind of, I guess, believe it right off rip, but yeah, it would kind of worry me. And oh yeah, we're gonna get, in the next few days, he's gonna, have 3 weapons ready, and then he's driving down the road after like a rainstorm or something, and clouds break, and there's like sunlight beaming on a barn with an axe and gloves on like a stump, and it's like, is this just coincidence, or did he actually see this vision? I don't know, but yeah.
And it is kind of believable. Like it's like that small town, they're not in the city or anything. So,
Yeah.
those small town folks, they always do the crazy stuff.
Yeah. But at the same time, now we have a situation where dad is like, "Oh, well, they said I was going to find 3 tools that I was supposed to use to make sure that they were a demon and that I killed them." So I'm trying to figure out who Otis is.
From Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel.
Yeah. How
I mean,
original would that be?
well, that's true, but I think it. I mean, it would be nice if either Rob Zombie used it, um, or if it was something that Frailty kind of used. I can't remember which one came out first. This or let me see.
Well, this came out in 2001.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to think about when.
Devil's Rejects was 05.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but what was the movie before? The one before
House of a Thousand Corpse?
Yeah,
That
House
was
of a Thousand.
03.
That was 03.
Yeah, I was 11th grade when that came out.
So, did Rob Zombie use the name Otis from this?
I don't know.
Or
I mean, it is a
like,
unique name.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's in a Bible verse or something. Let's see.
True, that could have been it. But no, we have this axe. He finds the axe, and of course the light shines on it and stuff like that. And at the same time, he finds the gloves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, those gloves.
Yeah,
The
when he
magical
removes
gloves.
them, he can see if they're a demon.
Okay, why wouldn't putting them on?
Well, I think the way he was not kind of explaining it, he has to abduct the demon with the gloves, because that's the way he can control them.
Mm-hmm.
But to verify that they're a demon, he has to touch them without the gloves.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if he was to touch them with the gloves, they stand a better chance of getting away. Like if he hasn't already abducted them, that's kind of how I took it.
Oh, we got somebody calling us out. Calling me out. I'm from a small town and we do not do that. That's something Philly folks would do. Oh no, that's not true. Mm-mm. We like an audience, just to let you know. We just like an audience. So Yeah,
I
we do
mean,
nothing on
We
the
would
down.
probably trade the axe for a machete.
Yeah, I think that's even. I think even that. I think a bat would be more precise, and we definitely need an audience for things. Just to let you know, we're very proud of our
being fucking
violent.
crazy.
Yeah, our violent, crazy nature. Yes we are. Yes, I speak crazy very well. But anyway, Fuzzy told me I speak crazy very well. Anyway, so we have a pipe that he's gonna beat people over the head with. I don't know how really logical that is. Wasn't there something that could have been better for that? I mean, isn't that a little clunky? And you have it in the car. What if you get stopped? Like, how are you going to explain a pipe?
I mean, but at the same time, it's a pipe, so you're not going to think if you see a pipe that automatically you're going to murder someone with it compared to an axe or something. Like, I think people say, like, if you want to carry a bat in your car for if you ever need for protection, like, always carry a glove and a ball just so, like, it doesn't look as bad if you're, like, pulled over by a cop or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to do some batting practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not an angry person and I don't really like drama or stay away from it, so I don't need a bat in my car. Um, yeah, simple guy over here.
Because I understand the gloves. That is a normal thing to have. Like, the kid realized after a while that if he had worn the gloves, he probably wouldn't have had blisters on his hands. But that's reasonable. Even having an axe at your house was reasonable, but just having a random pipe laying around, that just seemed, just an announcement.
Because it was small enough to fit in his back pocket.
Was it
Speaking of, that kid was so stubborn, digging that whole hole and like not giving it at all. Just kept digging and digging, and his brother came out, gave him some water finally, but yeah, he was fucking stubborn.
Yeah, that was Fuzzy as a child, by the way.
I wasn't digging no holes. I would have found a way to either pay somebody to dig a hole, or I would have got a backhoe or a bobcat or something.
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was the point. I think the point was he was matching his dad's energy. Dad, you're really crazy. You're not giving up this cultish mindset or whatever. So I'm gonna match your crazy with stubbornness. I'm not praying, and I'm just doing exactly what I'm told because that's my rightful place in this family. I ain't doing anything extra.
I forget, did we find out whatever happened to the mom?
No, I didn't catch what happened to the mom.
I think
Okay.
she passed, but they didn't say from what or how or anything like that.
Or like how long it was just the dad and the boys.
I want to say it was at least a few years, like 3 to 5 years kind of thing. Because he'd made mention, like the older brother made mention, like he was the one responsible for making breakfast now that mom is gone or something like that. And it's been like that for a little while or something like that.
Oh, mom died in childbirth.
Oh, so the youngest one killed her.
I don't know. It says the film's backstory reveals that the family's mother died in childbirth when the two young brothers, Adam and Fenton, were still children.
I was like, maybe
So
a
maybe it
third.
was supposed to be a third child. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, it doesn't
Either
say. Yeah.
as I say, either way, you could tell that they were pretty well set in their routines. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing it wasn't anything recent because they kind of seemed like they were coexisting for a while. How they were until the dad started seeing some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those people are in Philly, like they said. Like those people are in Philly now. There's crazy like shit you
Mm-hmm.
see in Philly. I was at a stoplight and the guy was shooting up at the like there was a homeless guy just shooting up on the side of the road while pissing his pants. Like
Mm.
it's just like ugh. And it's just normal. Like cops just drive by and look the other way. For the
Yeah.
record, I'm like an hour and a half outside of Philly, so I just kind of go in, see the crazy, and then I come out in like my nice little secluded area where I don't have all this crazy shit happening.
Depending on which section of Philly that we want to go to and what time we start, we could literally be in Philly in 45 minutes
Or less, give or take.
or less.
Traffic is always the
Mm-hmm.
unknown factor. I mean, we're not that far, but the outer suburbs around Philly, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there were times when we lived closer to Philly and it could still take you an hour to get into Philly.
I mean,
Thing.
it could take you a couple hours to get into Philly if you go at the wrong time.
Yeah. Or
Is there really
there's
ever a good time?
Well, I mean, 2
like if
a.m.
you're
in the
going in
morning
for like
is.
if you're going in for like let's say a concert or a sporting
Mhm.
event or something like that, hopefully there's not two sporting events. So if it's one of those things where the Flyers and the Phillies are playing, yeah,
Mhm.
you can expect a lot of traffic kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of. I did that once. That fucking sucked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because both places, obviously, like their fan bases are good. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
just. I mean, going to one sporting event down in Philly is hectic enough with traffic. So
Yeah.
when you have two in the same parking lot, like if people don't know the Philly, like you have the Philly Stadium, the Eagle Stadium, and then the Sixers / Flyer Stadium, all in like the same parking lot, pretty much. So there's only so many parking spots, and yeah, people tailgate, people go down, so it's just a mess. And there's like two roads in to get there.
Yeah.
It's like 95 and 76, and both suck to drive normal times minus sporting events.
Yeah. And they always have some sort of construction going right around that same time as well. So, oh, 3 lanes down to 1? Yeah, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's kind of better than Georgia, where it was like 8 lanes of traffic and they're using 2. I remember that during around the Olympics time. It was like 8 lanes of traffic. Wait a minute, why are we trying to squeeze into 2 lanes right now?
Construction.
Because there's construction. Because every place wants to upgrade because the Olympics is coming to Georgia.
Well, that was how long
Years
ago was that?
ago.
Was that 98?
Yeah. That's where my mom used to live.
Mm.
And then she moved to Florida. Then she moved back to Pennsylvania. She lived everywhere almost.
Mm.
She even lived in Arizona for a time. So, but yeah, we might have another request. We already watched Skinwalkers, I believe. We watched something Walkers.
No, he's saying that's what he deals with,
Yeah.
not for us to watch.
I don't know. That might be a suggestion. We don't know yet.
I couldn't do that redneck like Hills Have Eyes
Mm.
kind of stuff or wrong turn stuff. Like, no,
Yeah,
thank you.
but we have Skinwalkers in Pennsylvania too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I watch too many horror movies. I don't like woods at night and cabins and all that other bullshit. Like,
Well, I don't know. Some places you can't avoid the woods. like the
Well, if you go to the
town.
if you go to the middle of the state, like where Penn State area and whatnot, it's a lot more mountainous, a lot more wooded areas in comparison to like either end of Pennsylvania kind of thing.
Yeah. But the videos are really weird. You ever seen like the Instagram and TikTok videos of the skinwalkers up in the Pennsylvania woods along the Appalachian Mountains?
No.
No, because I don't go out of my way to watch that kind of shit.
About the only videos I'll watch as far as Pennsylvania related for like TikTok and stuff. I used to watch the Centralia ones
Mm-hmm.
because you kept on talking about, oh yeah, we should go, and I had a
Still want to
coworker that,
go. He won't
yeah,
take me. I
yeah,
still want
because
to go.
I don't want to fall into a bottomless pit. Like it's still burning. The roads are collapsing. They don't even recommend you drive out there. And if you hike, it's like, yeah, if the ground opens up, you're gone. Kind of
I
thing.
mean, Fuzz, that is a good way to get rid of somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh really? Oh really? Is this conspiracy?
And you talking about hiking and all this stuff. Like, listen, Fee, you have trouble walking on asphalt. All right, we don't need you trying to do no off-road and stuff here.
What are you trying to
Hmm.
say?
You do not have any balance at all. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, your balance absolutely sucks.
But I look good doing it.
Mhm.
You looked something when you did it. That's for sure.
Tuck and roll.
I don't even know what happened. She just boom,
Disappeared.
Fee down.
I'm surprised y'all didn't get your phones out to film it.
Well,
No.
that was the first time I met you, so I actually felt bad. Now that we're vets and established, yeah, I might have
You have
took out my
regrets?
phone.
You have regrets?
I do think though I gave you shit for wanting attention. Just meeting you, I did tell you that though.
Yeah,
And
they didn't have to use.
because they had to use first aid on you, they cut you from the movie.
Yeah, they didn't have to use first aid for anyone the entire couple of days of filming. Oh,
I ruined the record.
yeah, they were almost ready to have like a 7 days of no injuries. Oh, scratch that.
Yeah, you're the reason their insurance went up, and now there can't be a sequel.
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they mess up on my name in the credits.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get her back. So, getting back to the movie. I swear it's Presto. But anyway,
What?
yeah, sidetracked.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I do tell you I have a short attention span, so that's probably pretty accurate. I mean, and be honest, this is probably the most we stayed focused on a movie in the past couple episodes, so we also have that going for us.
I think it's them video games.
Not from me. You know that. Not from you. Silence not on this one, so it's only Fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow you find a way to throw Fuzzy under the bus without even saying his name now.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, anyway. So I'm getting the impression that you guys were all fine with the tools. You had no complaints about them.
No complaints. Yeah, because
No complaints?
like I said, when he had the pipe in like his back pocket, and he knocked the one guy out that was the older guy with glasses. That was a pretty easy one. While his son was like, "My dog is under your car," and then the other guy, I knew that was going to be a fight because the other guy was already coming out angry and aggressive. So it's like, how is this going to go? And sure enough, I guess he kicked him or punched him in the ribs.
Yeah.
But,
So what was the woman's sin? Because all of the other ones we knew what their sins were. What was the woman's sin?
She wasn't original.
Was it because she was blonde?
No, I think she set somebody up and got them killed or something. Like the way it looked, she was, I guess, dating a married man, so maybe she was a professional or something. And I think somehow she, like, the flashback was like, I think she gave him a drink and then I guess he was gone or died or something. It was kind of weird along those lines, but I think she was responsible for somebody dying. Now we know the older guy had kidnapped a little girl and I guess killed her. But I don't know what the other guy, but he was already, I guess, yelling at his wife or his mom or whoever was in the house. So we can only imagine kind of what that guy was up to. Was there any other ones that he knocked out?
So there was there was the pedophile guy, there was the guy that was abusive to his partner, and then there was, of course, Doyle.
Mm-hmm.
And then the blonde. The blonde, when I look it up, it's not that she did anything per se. It was just the first victim of his blind faith in the visions.
I could have sworn they showed something for her as well.
That's why I was curious. No, they're
So,
just.
side note, the pedophile dude, I kind of wanted him to get axed. He kind of looked like one of those that you would see on the news getting busted for something like that. So
that's true.
that was one where I was just like, I don't know if he sees visions. This is a hunch or what, but I'm okay with this guy getting axed. Like he definitely is giving weird vibes. So
Yeah.
that one I was okay with. That one I didn't care.
So Judah was saying that no, she did a hit and run.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But yeah, he definitely looked like a pedophile. Like he had pedophile written all over him in invisible ink. Yeah. I feel sorry for that guy that's actually, fit that description as a good character fit for that. Kind of feel sorry for him.
Damn.
I mean, I'm just saying, he literally.
I think at that point, if you look like that and you're not one, get contacts, maybe a toupee or something.
Yeah.
Just so you break the mold, I guess, is about the best way to put it.
Well, I mean, if what the Lovely Bones? Does anybody watch that?
Yeah.
The guy that played the killer in that one, yeah, he fit the description too, and he even talks about how he went a little too far in dressing up as the killer to make it, believable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he regrets that a little bit. There was somebody else that was talking about that when they were a character. They became a character villain, and they were saying, yeah, I got like so much hate, and a lot of people, after they saw the film, they said I did a good job, but they said they kind of regret watching me do that good job. So, I mean, I think it's kind of hard to play a villain that's likable, and there were so many villains in this one that Adam really looks like he's the savior of the world.
Yeah.
think that's what they were going for, but they did a good job in that one because he did look like he was, that we needed, that the whole entire world needed him to do this. Yeah, Stanley Tucci, that was the guy in Lovely Bones.
And that guy in Lovely Bones, like in real life, he doesn't look like a pedophile. Like
I don't know.
I
I
feel
agree with that. I think Stanley Tucci did look like a pedophile.
in the movie,
Yes.
not like regular.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, I know. I totally agree with you on that one. Stanley Tucci was able to get out of that character very easy, and I think that's why he was like, yeah, I didn't really like doing the role, and I knew if I did the role that people would look at me differently, but he did have an out, like you said. He doesn't look like that all the time. He put that mustache on, put the hair on, which, he's practically bald. And he was able to transform using all of those devices. Whereas this guy in this one, he can't do that. No,
I mean,
that's his face and that's his hair and can't really change it much.
in Lovely Bones, his character, I feel like he kind of looks like that one uncle that everyone has in the family that, like,
Yeah.
Just that weird uncle where it's just like, yeah, it's just
Don't
so and
leave the kids
so.
around them.
Yeah, like,
Mhm.
it's just so and so. He's harmless, but yeah, don't leave the kids around him, or if something happened, be like, yeah, I'm not shocked, like, kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember who the other one was. Let me just make sure I remember how to pronounce his name right. So there was another actor that played a role, and they kept on asking him to play this role. And he kept on turning it down, and finally he did it. Has anybody ever watched Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer?
No,
No.
No, you've never seen that. Okay. So Michael, is it Rooker or Roker?
Rooker.
Roker.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
So Michael Roker, he played a serial killer named Henry. And they did a Henry 2 with somebody else, which I think I want to say it was Sean Austin or somebody that looks like him. So I'll look that one up next. But he was, literally a really awful person. And there is a glimmer throughout there is a little glimmer of humanity in him towards the end, but then it's easily, you easily see it just gets diminished by the end. But he did not want to do that, but he got so much fame after doing that movie for all of the other roles that he was given after that. But he still regrets doing that movie, even though it put him on the map in some respects. So it's really hard, I think, to play a villain that is not meant to be seen as, how can I put it? Seen as being lovable character. Because we have plenty of villains that are lovable characters, right? Like Loki, for example, in the Marvel movies, right?
Fuck that guy.
He's still a villain, right? I mean, he's not. I wouldn't even call him an anti-hero. He is a villain in some respect. But we still like him because he is likable. So, what's somebody say? Oh yeah, a lot of people can hear my Philly accent if they listen to me long enough.
So
That
if
is-
you could hear it, I apologize that you had to listen to her long enough.
Cage is here.
Mhm.
So this is the funniest thing. So I got a message. I got a notification of a message and stuff. He went and thought we were still live, and he jumped in. He was like, I'm all ready, I'm all set. And then he jumped in and realized that it was over. I feel sorry. Like, that shouldn't have happened to you, Cage. So sorry. But he made it this time around, so that's good, right? We're still but yeah, I mean, is there any other characters that you know that are villains that it's like, I can't believe this actor that I really, really like, that I like their other stuff, and now they played a villain that is not even redeemable?
What
Now
about the girl from Mean Girls?
you're what? The one that played Regina George?
I think that's her.
Was she in anything else? What else was she in?
Oh, I don't know.
But you didn't like her at all?
Wait, you said a villain that was good that you liked.
Well, no, a person, an actor that you're like, oh, I really like this actor. I want to see more of them and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden they get a role. They choose a role that it's like, I can't believe they picked a villain, and I can't believe the villain is irredeemable, and now I don't like them anymore.
Well, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of that because there's a lot of people that take roles that sometimes are just like a cash grab or something. You're just like, you see a movie with a name attached and you're excited, and then for instance, the Crow, not the one with Brandon Lee, that one's a
Mhm.
classic, but the new one, it had the guy that plays Pennywise, Bill, whatever his name is. So like, that's a guy that's usually a pretty good actor in movies he's in. And the Crow, the new one, I don't even know what it's called.
Mhm.
It's almost like Halloween 3. Like, if it wasn't named the Crow, or like
Yeah.
they weren't saying it was like the Crow, it's a good action movie. But attach that Crow name and it just kind of takes a shit really fast, and it's, I don't know. There's only one Crow movie to me. I know there's like four of them and then the remake, but
Mhm.
there's one with like Tara Reid, Edward Furlong. Like,
Yes, that one. You didn't like that one?
no, the first one is amazing. Like, that's all I
Mhm.
need. I don't need anyone else. And the first one still holds its own. It's still like a dark, just good movie. I still quote it sometimes, like, it can't rain all the time, or like, people burn buildings, or what is it? People die, buildings burn, but true love lasts forever, or whatever. Like, it's
Yeah.
just such a good movie. And then, yeah, just unfortunately, knowing that he died during the movie uh, is horrible. It's like he had so much potential with his career.
Yeah. Oh no, I know. Well, they did make a Crow TV show. Did you ever watch that one?
No, you probably shouldn't even have said that.
It's actually good. It was actually good. It was more in the light kind of thing. It wasn't as dark as the original Crow, but that was based off the graphic novel. But it did have all of the elements. It was just that they did more daytime shooting than they did nighttime shooting, but still had the same themes. The guy that was in there, um, he was uh he was not in. I don't know if he was an American actor. Crow TV. Let's see. Let me see here. Yeah, let me look it up here instead. Um,
I don't know. Like I said, the fact they made a television show, that kind of sucks.
Like I said, it was actually good.
Yeah, but your taste in movies are not
Really?
actually good. So
Really? Really?
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So
It was called Crow the Stairway to Heaven. And it had Mark DeCoste. I'm gonna put his name in the thing. I'm gonna put his name here. This is the guy that was in it. He's done some really other awesome things. You can't say that he's not a good actor. Come on now.
I didn't say he wasn't a good actor. I just said
He's in
don't.
John Wick Chapter 3, Only the Strong, Brotherhood of the Wolf, Cradle to the Grave. Remember, he was in that one. But he played Eric Draven.
Wait a second.
What?
He's the fucking host of Iron Chef.
Yes! Yes!
And he played the crow? What the fuck?
On
Get
the
out of
TV
here.
show. Yes,
Get out
he
of here.
did.
I'm done with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I disagree.
I'm canceling you.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Iron Chef.
He also did Hawaii Five-0, the remake.
I'd say he's not very original. He can't do original stuff. He always has to do all the remake shit.
Come on now. That's not fair. He was in John Wick Chapter 3. I mean,
Yeah,
wasn't that
not
original?
one or two.
I wanted to. Anyway,
Yeah, he just cash grabs off success of other stuff that came out.
no, I don't know about that now. I mean, I think people go for him to be in these shows and stuff like that because he is like they're getting extra with him. He does his own stunts. Like he knows martial arts. He's actually inducted in the Martial Arts History Museum, the Hall of Fame. So, yeah. Like they're getting more with him than just, acting. Right? That's good, isn't it? No?
Yes,
great.
Pete, it is wonderful. Is that what you want us to say? That is so wonderful.
I feel you're patronizing me right now.
Every day.
Every day.
I look forward to Fridays to see what kind of bullshit is going to spew from your mouth of yours.
Oh, come on. You didn't watch Cradle to the Grave or Only the Strong?
I watched Cradle to the Grave with DMX and Jet Li.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did. That was I think I remember it being a banger. I haven't watched it in a long time, so I can't say.
Wasn't he the bad guy?
Who, Jet Li or DMX?
No. Jet Li was the good guy.
I just remember
guy.
them riding four-wheelers and shit, and DMX thought he was all hard, and I don't know. Really wasn't the guy on the four-wheeler, but hey, it's cool.
No, you're not taking my fridge away. I don't know why you're even bringing up the fridge. You can't take my fridge.
I stopped storing those Pepsis in there.
What Pepsis? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, wait.
Maybe she's hitting the bottle instead of the Pepsi. That's the problem.
Well, I did. Okay, so look, I did ask. I wanted to do storm glasses for one of the class labs and stuff, and they won't give me my ethanol. They keep on being slow on ordering the ethanol. I don't know why. I mean, I've never been accused of drinking on the job.
Why would you drink ethanol?
Okay, that is the stuff that's actually in vodka.
Okay.
So you can take vodka.
Mm-hmm.
I could take vodka to work because all I got to do is add water to the ethanol, and I'll have vodka.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But see,
I thought she was talking about ethanol that shit in gas. I was like, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Mixing gas and water and drinking it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. The mixture that goes with gasoline. I'm like,
no. So
It's
all
like,
you, so
yeah,
all
that's
you're
some Philly shit.
yes. So all you're doing is putting water and ethanol and camphor and a few other ingredients in there, and you are now making. You close it all up, and now you sit it on the windowsill, and whenever it starts getting cold, you'll see crystals on the inside of the jar, and that's a storm glass.
And why can't you just bring in vodka in a water bottle?
Well, I guess I could ask the kids, hey, what are you actually drinking in your water bottles? And maybe I can steal some of theirs.
Little
Um,
breaking bad fee over here making meth in the labs.
I tell them we're not making meth. I refuse to make meth, okay?
mm-hmm.
I did tell the students I refuse to make meth.
Oh,
But
thank God you have standards.
I have to have standards,
Hmm.
I mean, we're not making heroin either. Got to have standards here.
Mm-hmm.
But making vodka, that's a different story, I guess. Anyway, I hope nobody's listening from my job.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be examining every beverage, every bottle, every beaker.
You get breathalyzers throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
And if they go by how you walk, you're fucked.
Oh, you just bumped into your desk. You must have been drinking on the job.
Nah, that's just her.
Balance issues.
I'll be going for like 3 or 4 drug tests a day.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
That's on you.
Anyway, so apparently they came for Frailty, and now they're preferring the Crow Talk. All right. Hey, look. Only the Strong was original. Anyway.
Okay. We should watch The Crow and review it.
Which one? The one with Brendan Lee in it?
Yes, the only fucking Crow. The Brandon Lee one. I feel like that's a good one. That's an amazing one, actually.
Not the 4th one?
Go fuck yourself. not the 4th one. Don't come in here.
Comparison?
You can on your own time. Don't include Fuzz or me or Silent on it. If you want people not to listen to our episode, then yeah, we can watch the 4th one.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll limit the Crow talk because we'll watch it eventually and review it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't talk about moonshine on here because Fuzzy has you don't remember much, do you?
No, I remember opening the wall locker while the world spun and my locker stayed in place. Yeah, I remember that. And then I remember falling on the bed and then waking up in the morning with the wall locker still open. So yeah.
That's probably moonshine's probably what gave you the diabetes.
I don't think that
That would kill the diabetes.
Right.
It weakens your immune system. Anyway,
I had moonshine once from down south where like someone brought it up and that shit burned. But it was good. It was like cinnamon apple or something, and you opened that up and I could have burned that shit and took a swig of it, and oh boy, that was a doozy. That's that's some lethal stuff right there.
Yeah, but presto, you at least sip the moonshine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what Fuzzy did.
Well, I didn't know there was like rules to moonshine. Like you have to understand. I Not to say I came from a family of alcoholics. I haven't, but my parents were at that age where my siblings had already wore them down, so I was allowed to have alcohol in the house as a teenager. Just because they figured, well, if you're going to go to parties, we want to make sure that you can handle blah blah blah. So, long story short, I've been drinking for years, and even though I was what, like maybe a 150 pounds wet kind of thing, I could still drink people like twice my weight under
Hey,
the table kind of deal. And I never really had anything that really knocked me off my feet kind of deal. So being in the military after an operation, the older sergeants had that moonshine. I'm like, I'm used to drinking vodka or scotch and all that, like as a straight shot kind of deal. So I figured I'd do the same. And it didn't bother me until I went to go open up the wall locker. But like I said, they looked at me like I was about to, combust or something. I was like, no, I'm good. And then got to my wall locker. And like I said, I think I said on a previous show, I spun the dial on the master lock and the dial stood still and the world spun in the opposite direction. And then I went to spin it the other way to get the other number. And the world did the same thing. It spun and the dial stayed in place. And then I got to the final number. And just remember opening up the wall locker, falling back on the rack. And then it was morning time. And I must have been one of the first ones to wake up because I think everybody else had passed out pretty much where they were from when I passed out. So, yeah, no markings on my face, no shaving or anything. That they left me alone. They're like, man, if I guess they checked to see if I was breathing at least. So,
yeah, I kind of wonder how you survive sometimes. All the stories you tell me
mhm.
since
I
84.
think the opposite. I wonder how he survives living with you and not drink moonshine.
It's something different about people born in the 70s and 80s. Like we had lap belts instead of 3-point belts, and that was fine. We in some cases we didn't have seat belts at all. If your parents owned a wagon or a big sedan, you sat in that back seat behind the front bench seat, and that was your airbag basically if they stopped short. I would say we are built different, but no, it's just uh, we survived in spite of things. I guess is about the best way to put it.
Yeah, we're a little feral. So Fuzzy as a Squidbilly.
Yeah, Army reserves for the most part, and I probably should have listened to my dad and gone in the Air Force like he did. He went Army first and then Air Force. Grandpa went Navy. I had a nephew that went into the Marines. And I don't think anybody else went into the Navy that was in the family. I had a lot of friends that went into the Navy and
So
stuff like that.
don't give a timeline because Presto's going to get his time machine out and he's going to go back in there and convince you to go to the Air Force now. Like I don't need that.
Yeah, I would have been able to fly the A-10s like I originally wanted. Well, they're retiring those anyway, so the one thing I was looking forward to doing, they're finally barely getting rid of it because they're showing their age, although they're still tearing up stuff over in Iran right now with the A-10s. But
Yeah, Squidbillies was a Adult Swim show. Anyway, getting back to the film.
Yes. Back to the film. So yes,
Yeah.
overall, it
what
is.
was your favorite death? Let's start off with that.
I mean, the pedophile, to me, that was pretty easy because he looked like a pedophile. So for him to get the axe, I was just like, I don't care if he saw Jesus or not, and Jesus told him to do this. This guy most likely has it coming to him. So, yeah, I would have liked if they would have, like, I don't know, I guess, I was going to say, like, not show more about the people, but like visions of what he thought they were doing bad or whatever, but not like anything with the pedophile shit. Like I just, it was just like, oh, this person did this, and it's like, all right, kill him. Like there wasn't much build to it, to me at least.
Yeah.
He very easily persuade, I guess, by his visions, where
Yeah.
he didn't really need much proof. He just went with his gut and let it ride, I guess.
Mm.
Mhm.
What about you?
It's a toss up between the pedophile as well as the father himself. Like it was kind of weird. Like I kind of figured something was going to happen in that regard, but it was like, is he going to kill the guy first and then kill his dad, or what the case was? And I didn't expect him to do like a chest swing. I figured he was going to, kind of weaken out and like do a side hit into the a kidney or something along those lines, and then wind up like re-injuring where the other guy had punched his dad, kind of deal. But he went straight for the heart, or kind of diagonally towards the heart, kind of deal, hitting him in the chest. But yeah, that just the way the movie was shaping up, it's like we're led to believe that the dad is crazy, and then we kind of find out something a little different later on. But like the way it was playing out, it's like, yeah, maybe this will be a way he can rescue his brother, and they can, I don't know, I guess run away and live on their own. Although I guess they wound up going into foster care or bouncing from foster home to foster home afterwards. But yeah, the vision as far as telling the father, or told his father that he was a demon, or that one of his sons was a demon, and I guess based on how it all played out, he was. So what about your favorite death, Fee?
But was he really a demon? Was Fenton really a demon?
If he's the counter to his father being a vessel for the angels, let's just say, kind of thing, I guess you could say he's, if he's not a demon himself, he's, helping or assisting the demons by, taking out their slayer, kind of thing.
Whatever. So it was a toss-up between Doyle and
Yeah.
the guy that was abusing his wife or his partner.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah,
it took Adam hacking the one guy that was abusing his wife.
Yeah, because he didn't get away. Fenton was trying to help him get up and everything, and all of a sudden he's like, "Wait a minute, what you do, Adam?" Right?
Well, one thing's for sure, that guy saw it coming. Just before an axe to the head, probably. But,
and how can you kill your mother? Like, seriously, she was just putting up the laundry.
I don't know. Did they ever explain why he did that?
No. That's why I'm like, if he's considered a demon, then he killed his mom. She had to have been innocent for him to be considered a demon, right?
Yeah.
So
probably killed her for the insurance money, to take the house and the insurance money, or something crazy.
Maybe.
Yeah. Judah's thinking along the same lines. Yeah.
Was Judah the one that recommended this movie?
I think he recommended Mimic.
I don't remember who did this movie. I thought it was Judah, or at least Judah definitely is paid more attention to this movie than me.
Let me see.
Overall, though, it was a good It was a good
Yeah.
movie. It was just like a slow story telling, but it was a good movie.
Yeah, for me, for a while, I was kind of rooting for. I'm assuming it would have been Fenton, the son that was the one that was thinking his dad was crazy, because it's like, I don't know, he's just looking like he's having a seizure when he's touching these people supposedly that they're a demon, but then when we finally get to see what he sees, it's like, okay, now it all makes sense. And it also makes sense when they, I guess, go to look at the tape to see, McConaughey's character when he's, in the office with, the FBI agent and stuff. And it's like, oh, all the tapes are kind of messed up. It's like, that's more than a coincidence at that point, kind of thing. But
Oh yeah, when it kept getting blurry at those certain times.
Mm-hmm. No, but I like the twist, like kind of like that twist of plot kind of deal at the end. I don't want to openly spoil it, but yeah, it definitely pays off at the end. It I wouldn't say it wraps up everything with a bow kind of deal, but it definitely makes you reevaluate, cursing the father earlier kind of deal with everything that winds up happening towards the end. And it's like, yeah, I guess Fenton was gonna, write a book or whatever, because we see him on his typewriter. Although originally, I guess we believe it's Adam, but he's up there, I guess, going to do a tell-all book, and Adam's not having it. He's got to take him out before the FBI comes after him, which would be him being a demon once again, trying to thwart that angel's plan kind of deal. So.
All right, so I just want to highlight this, okay? Because we got a side conversation with Presto here. Somebody said, "Oh, I got pulled over." I'll put it up there. Got pulled over one day, and instead of a ticket, I gave him a gallon of moonshine. And Presto's reaction was, "That's like up here being pulled over and giving a cop a cheesesteak."
I was just trying to figure out like what the equivalent would be up here. Like
a cheesesteak or some pretzels, some Philly pretzels, soft pretzels.
But they would have to be soft, because the second they get a little hard, they suck. So like,
no, you just put them in the microwave for a little bit.
Well, we could just go with Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, that's always a fan favorite.
No, get the fuck out of here, Dunkin' Donuts.
I've seen some cops eat donuts, but yeah, don't say that they eat donuts, because they don't like that. But should I tell the Atlantic City story?
Yeah, go ahead.
This has got to be like 15 years ago or more at this point. We go to Atlantic City, where we stayed the weekend or whatever, heading back home. It's like 3 a.m. at this point. And there's a cop car coming up fast behind me. I'm like, I'm not speeding. I'm doing like maybe 4 or 5 over. He goes blaring past me, lights and everything. Like a second later, another one. And then a couple seconds later, 2 more. And I'm like, I don't know what happened up ahead, but I'm not that much in a hurry to get up there, because if they're flying up there, there must be a bad accident or something. So we're driving for about maybe another 5 minutes. We get to a light, and we see those 4 cop cars that went flying past me with their lights and everything, sitting at the left turn lane, waiting for the light, mind you. Their lights aren't on anymore. And they're going to make a left turn to where there's a Dunkin' Donuts, where you can see one of their, I guess, buddies sitting at like one of the high chairs by the window. And they must have had whatever, I guess, the throwaway donuts like towards the end of the night, or maybe they just did a fresh batch. I mean, it's like 3-something in the morning. It's a 24-hour Dunkin' Donuts. He's sitting up there at the window, and he's got a couple of boxes. it looks like they're going to turn into the Dunkin' Donuts. It doesn't look like somebody's holding up the Dunkin' Donuts. It just looks like one of their buddies is there enjoying his powdered sugar, or maybe it was a jelly filled one, and they were heading there. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me! I probably should have recorded this. That they're flying up the road, lights blaring, sirens blaring. They get to a turn only lane just to get to a Dunkin' Donuts where one of their buddies is already there. It's like, come on.
I mean, were flip phones even invented at that time?
I mean, but no, I'm trying to remember what car did I have? Did I have the white Jeep or the silver Jeep?
You saw the white one.
So actually, that's more than it's more than 25 years at that point. I think I may have had the Ericsson phone at that point, but there were no cameras on them. There was definitely no cameras at that point. If I had the white Jeep.
Yeah, that was the time of
before smartphones.
The lack of evidence. You get away with anything because there was lack of evidence. So yeah. So Judah was the one that suggested Little Bites.
Yeah.
I think it was Drac Pulse that said Mimic. I don't know who suggested Frailty. But anyway, my cats.
So we should probably, before we rate it, just quickly talk about the twist at the end.
Yeah. He's requesting it. Anyway, go on.
No, I'll let Fuzz describe the twist, I guess, at the end.
Yeah, like I think the big thing was we were for the entire movie under the impression that the older brother was the one kind of doing the ratting out at the FBI. So we were under the impression that McConaughey's character was Fenton, the older brother that didn't believe his dad, thought his dad was going crazy, the same one that hit his dad in the heart with an axe kind of thing. And we come to find out after, McConaughey's character takes the FBI agent out to where some of the bodies are in the rose garden and stuff. And he sees I guess there's an extra spot left. And he's like, well, what's that for? And he had brought up something about the guy's mom dying prior and stuff. And he was like, well, I had to bring you out here for you to find out. And I guess that's when the FBI agent was like, all right, let me get this gun out because this guy is being weird at this point. And he was like, yeah, that other hole or that other, burial spot is for you, basically. So he goes to, I guess, punch him or hit him with the butt of the gun, and he catches it. And, I guess they wind up fighting. I don't think the gun ever went off, but McConaughey gets, the upper hand, and it winds up, getting the guy because he's the one that, murdered his mom while she was hanging up clothes, outside her house and stuff. So yeah, that we didn't really see that it was Adam that was the one that was there the entire time. And then we kind of get a glimpse of Adam taking out Fenton because Fenton was going to, write a tell-all book, I assume, and that would have, put a stop to, his mission or him and his father's original mission as far as taking out these demons. So, Adam takes him out, has these cops kind of running on a wild goose chase, thinking that he's mainly the one that did it or something to that effect. And then come to find out, Adam was the sheriff for that small town from where he's at. So I guess he wound up replacing the original sheriff that his father wound up having to kill. And he's like the upstanding, sheriff of that town, and, taking care of, or continuing his father's mission as far as taking out these demons. And, his brother wound up being on the list primarily because him trying to stop the mission and killing dad. So that explains why he was on it. The FBI agent killed his mom. That explains why he's on it. And then we see a flashback of the other ones, as well as far as why his father wound up killing them and stuff like that. So it was a pretty cool turn of events. I kind of figured there was going to be some sort of switch between the brothers, or the way I was thinking it originally, it was that McConaughey was Fenton, but he was lying about how his father was doing, or maybe he was telling the truth on his father, and he was going to lie about his brother being the killer. And, considering that he had already kind of killed, I guess, his brother, and, stole the ambulance and all that stuff to bury him in the rose garden and stuff. I guess for the most part, that was the angle I thought that they were going to go with. But come to find out, Adam was the one, kind of telling the story the entire time under the disguise, kind of as him being Fenton to some extent. So it was pretty awesome in that regard. Not quite like a M. Night Shyamalan kind of twist kind of thing. Actually, this one I think was a little less jarring, but it fit. It pretty much makes the story, go a lot smoother, let's just say. Or at least for me it does. What about you guys?
It was a good twist, but like you said, like an M. Night movie, it wasn't like a holy shit or like watching Saw for the first time twist. It was just, to me, it was just like a subtle twist, like, oh shit, I thought it was the other brother the whole time. Like, I was wrong. And then, so there was a little payoff, but it didn't, like, to me, it didn't change much. It was a nice surprise, but if it still was the other brother like I thought it was the whole time, I still would have been okay with that also. Yeah. Are we rating it now with our numbers or no? Not yet.
I mean, we can rate it. Does anybody want to in chat want to
Predict?
That's true. Judah gave it like an 8.2 or 3 or something like that, coming in hot and heavy.
I don't know, nobody yet. But Judah
Poison's
said
usually good.
Yeah, but Judah said that security camera footage was the bigger twist than the brothers.
Yeah, the fact that it kind of showed that maybe there's a special power out there that is, protecting them. Because the father had made mention of something along those lines, like we won't be seen, or nobody can see us. We can see the demons, kind of thing. So that it all makes sense.
Yeah. So, all right. So far, we got 7.10 for me, 6.5 for Fuzzy, and 6.2 for Presto. And originality rating is 5/10. 5 out of 10. And then Judah said fee is 3.5. Fuzzy given 7.2, and Presto with a 6.5. No originality. Score. All right, Fuzzy, you go first. You're between a 6.5 and a 7.2.
I'm actually going to wind up being a little bit higher. I'm going to say a 7.5. A solid movie, not quite an 8, but at least for me. But it's definitely up there. It's rewatchable. Kept my attention the entire time. I wasn't like screaming.
Once, guys.
No,
not once.
Didn't scream at any of the characters on screen or anything other than like I'm waiting for the clunk upside the head for a couple of the characters, and then the tension when it was like where the one of the last guys, where he was yelling back at his wife and wound up hitting Paxton's character like in the side or in the ribs or something. That one I figured was going to be a tougher fight to begin with, but good movie, good story, good plot, nice ending, rewatchable. I highly recommend it. I think about the only other thing would be For those, even if you haven't seen it before and we've spoiled the ending, I think it's still worthwhile, seeing how the story leads up and how each character arc, plays out, kind of deal. It's a good movie. So I give it a solid 7.5.
All right. Presto, you have a slider scale. 6.2 or 6.5?
So if I was rating this movie, just rating it, I would say it's probably like a 7.5. But for me personally, I would say this probably falls right in the middle of the two. Probably about a 6.3. It wasn't horrible. It's worth a watch for sure. It's just not my type of movie, but I could still appreciate it and enjoy it, just not as much as, say, a more action or horror or something. So I'd say 6.3 is fair for me for not being my type of movie, I guess you can say. Uh, like Fuzz said, if you haven't watched it, give it a watch. Even though we talked about it and talked about the ending, it's still, maybe you could see if you would guess that the guy telling the story is really the killer, or just see like maybe you wanted someone else to get axed that didn't get axed, or I don't know. But yeah, give it a watch. Watch it again if you want. I won't. I watched it once. I'm good. There's certain movies I feel like this is one of those, like, there's a guy at work that always asks me like, what's the movie you're gonna watch this week? And I'll tell him, and sometimes he'll be like, oh, or yeah, never heard of that one. I'm like, good, don't watch it. Fee recommended it. But this one, as soon as I was like, Frailty, just like, don't you fucking dare. Don't you, because he knows it's not my type of movie and he really loved it. So yeah, it's a good movie. It's just not a me movie. So I'll give it a 6.3.
So mine is my range is really drastic here. 3.5 to a 7. So I'm gonna say this for me was like a 6.5, only because it's a thriller. It's a crime thing. I mean, once you find out what the ending is, unless you really were enthralled by some of the actors' gestures or what they said or something like that, if something was in there catchy or something, it's not really, in my opinion, rewatchable. Is it a good watch? Yes. I think Matthew McConaughey, Powers Booth, and everybody did a good job. Jeremy Sumpner, who was actually played the younger version of Adam, also did a really good job. But for me, it's kind of one and done. They do give you clues all the way in the beginning of the movie. If you really watch, they give you clues, and like they kind of do like mixed message kind of stuff. Well, wait a minute. He said that, but when I'm thinking about it, he really meant this. I just didn't really catch on because I didn't know where it was going with all the twists. We did not mention a few things in here either. So there is stuff in the movie that we did not mention that seeing it is a little bit jarring. So it's still a good watch for you guys because we didn't give you everything. Even though we gave you the ending, we didn't give you everything in reference to what Fenton experienced and what Adam experienced and all the other visuals and stuff like that. So it's not a bad movie. It's not a 2. But for me, not really rewatchable. So
2 weeks in a row, movie's not rewatchable for you. Shocker.
But I will tell you this: it was original. I will say it was original. I can't really recall anything right now that really had that type of twist. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it wasn't like a groundbreaking twist. There's
No, I'm not saying it was groundbreaking, but it was a little original.
Yeah.
It was. I wouldn't say it's a 10 for originality, but it's not a 1 either or a 2. But anyway, that's
No, I think there was definitely some originality in this, in the sense of how they played the brothers against each other, kind of deal, or at least leading us to believe one over the other, kind of thing.
so we have this. This one's a good one. I don't know who's watched 7 before. So would you call 7 rewatchable?
Yeah.
So I've never actually seen 7. I have seen parts of 7. I know the ending to 7, but I don't really think I have a grasp of what 7 is for me not to still want to see it at some point.
It's been so long since I watched it, so that's why I said it's rewatchable, because I don't remember much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I watched it long ago. I would say it's a rewatchable movie, and you don't have to have that long of a period of time between it. Like I'm more of a fan of rewatchable, although Fee takes rewatching movies to a whole new level at times with certain movies. So any of the earlier Resident Evils, we're talking triple digits of rewatching. That's too much rewatching for me.
What are you talking about?
But for me, I can
the right
rewatch
amount.
something like as simple, and it doesn't even have to be horror. I could watch something like Full Metal Jacket. I could watch. I've probably watched that in the mid double digits. Something like 28 Days Later. I've probably watched that in the mid double digits. But those
Terminator
are like,
2.
I would say those Terminator. I would say 1 and 2 I've probably watched at least 10 times each. 3 and 4 not as much. I've rewatched them, but not as much.
2
yeah.
is the GOAT.
Yeah. But like there's a lot of movies that I would say are rewatchable that she'll say is not rewatchable. But then when you watch one of her rewatchable and see how many times she rewatches it, it's like almost like a different definition. So if she says it's not rewatchable, that's for her, because it's
What?
she's well, you put stuff on
I disagree.
and have it as background noise, just to be background noise at times.
Yeah.
And it's like your 113th time watching it, but not fully watching it. if the audience understands what I'm saying, it's like your rewatchable is different from a lot of other people's rewatchable. I'll just leave it at that.
Whatever. Whatever. Okay. So right around this time, so I mean, we don't have to watch this one, you know, you guys don't want to, but there was another one that I really, really liked. Ben Kingsley was in this one. So this one had Aaron Eckhart was in this one. Carrie Ann Moss was in this one. This one was from 2004. It's called Suspect Zero. So this is, it's a psychological thriller serial killer movie where a mystery serial killer is preying on other serial killers, and an FBI agent suspects there may be more to the vigilante than the obvious characteristics. So, yeah, it's actually a really good one. Suspect. See, Judah says that it's good too. Okay, so I have backup. Anyway,
Judah, I was just gonna say I'd rather watch your Little Fangs or Little Bites instead, and then you go and pull this shit on me and say it's good.
Don't listen to him, Judah. Anyway, so no, it was really, really good, and it has a good cast, and it was in 2004, and I haven't really seen anything like it since, and I don't remember seeing any because I was really big into crime dramas at that point. I didn't see anything before it either. So, really, Fuzzy, you still trying to watch Woman in the Yard?
Yeah,
Spoiler:
But
it's a woman in the yard. It's not that great.
I get that. I'm trying to see how it interacts with death. Like from watching the trailer, it has me intrigued. So I would like for us to watch it at some point. I know you've already watched it, Presto. Fee hasn't watched it, but then she's already hearing what you're saying, and she's gathering her evaluation before even watching it.
No,
So
honestly, I never really actually wanted to watch it to begin with.
Oh, and let's just
Didn't look
say
interesting to me.
it's Fee only listens to me when it's convenient for her. All right? It's not like she believes other stuff I say.
So he's like, "Don't rope me into this." But yeah, well, Frailty seems to be doing well because it is ticking up. It has a 7.2 rating on IMDb. The one that I suggested, Suspect Zero, is a 5.8 right now. But that's still strong compared to some other movies we watched.
That is a strong one for you. Your suggestion. That's like a Criterion Collection of 5.8 for you.
Just remember, you're the one who made us watch Thanksgiving 3. Just let you know.
Listen,
was it 3 or 2.5?
It was 3. They just skipped the second one altogether. That movie, that's a movie you just have to watch. I feel like everyone in their life has to watch that one because, spoiler, I never watched it until I told you had to watch it. So,
thank you.
I was experiencing it also for the first time.
I feel that's a movie that if you have edibles or beverages.
See, and I don't do that.
Well, I don't do the edibles either, but like I will have a beverage and rewatch it.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to be having beverages.
Okay, soda pop girl. Yeah, it's definitely a movie.
Baileys I can have my Baileys or my Captain Morgan or Kraken or
I want
vodka.
a note from your doctor.
I thought you said crackhead. I could have my crackhead. Okay.
No, Kraken is like the sweeter Captain Jack, I guess is about the best way to put it, or Captain Morgan, I should say. I don't drink that often. Like I joke with people still. I drink way more before I turn 21 than after 21, and I'm 50 now. So yeah, that if that gives you an idea.
Throwing ages around here. Don't be throwing ages around here.
I mean,
I don't drink my
ages.
Drinking when you're older, hangovers just suck, and they last for like a weekend. Like when you're young, you bounce back, and
you just eat some greasy food or drink some water, take an aspirin. Now it's like you got to pregame with that water. Make sure you're well hydrated.
Take the aspirin before.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, and it's still not.
The beverages I drink aren't too loaded. Like Baileys and coffee, I don't even feel it. Like the tea vodka is more so like, oh, I think I'm getting a cold and I don't feel like going to the store to get coldies. Yeah, let me use the tea vodka and some hot tea and lemon and honey, and I'm good. So,
speaking of vodka, so we did say that we were gonna get Presto a present because he can't come out to California for the Xbox thing. Like he really wants to anyway. But so I had decided a long time ago when they put the Ghost vodka, the Ghostface vodka up, that I was gonna get that. And then I find out Presto already went and got one. I still haven't gotten mine, by the way.
Oh,
Says we were gonna get you, but
She went and got something different now.
I got something different.
ooh.
Ooh. Hopefully you like it. So yeah. So
We'll find out. He has something like that already.
I do.
No,
I
I'm
don't
just
know. We
saying.
don't
Oh.
know yet.
That'll be our luck.
We'll find out soon enough. I mean, I think in this case, I think if he has one like it, I think we're good as long as he doesn't have the exact same one.
Hmm.
Because there
Oh.
were multiples.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So just for those out there that are in chat and those out there that are watching this on their own time, so I think when we get up to 500, when we start doing our first giveaway, I think we might be that might be one of the prizes,
Vodka.
the ghost face vodka.
Just so you know, when I got it delivered to my house, you have
Mhm.
to sign for it that you're over 21.
No, I know.
Vodka
But
might be expensive to ship.
well, no, I already bought it. So
I know, but you still got to ship it. You would have to ship it somewhere else.
well, it's
I haven't tasted it yet, so I don't know how
Yeah.
it is.
but no, I'm
Suppose.
saying I'm
Oh.
saying that if it's somebody local or whatever, or somebody that we're going to see at some point that wins it, we don't have
Okay.
to ship it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the people that are in chat and a lot of people that are actually subscribed to us, majority of them we know or we interact with face to face. So, but yeah, encourage your friends to get us up to 500, by the way, so that we have a giveaway. And we put some Ghostface vodka with Matthew Lillard's signature on it, in case anyone wants it.
They I don't know if you got the email too, but because there's been delays
Yeah.
with getting them out, they're coming out with like a orange Ghostface vodka this fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So actually, I might drink that one. My favorite's raspberry.
Raspberry
I
vodka.
do. I like the raspberry one.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry one's okay, but raspberry's better. I don't drink a lot. When was the last time we actually drank anything? Do you even remember?
No, I think probably one of the horror cons or something, or the one over at not Oaks, Cherry Hill.
Was that after the cruise or before the cruise?
After the cruise.
Oh, after. Yeah, that might be the last time. Yeah.
And that's got to be at least a year, if not 2 years. So
I would say almost 2 years. Maybe a year and a half. So yeah. So me having Ghostface vodka in my house is just gonna sit there basically. So
Fuzz drank the last Monster Mania we went to when we met Robert England.
yeah.
You were working and me and Fuzz had dinner together. It was very nice.
yeah, I don't think I drank that time. Yeah, I
No,
know.
but Fuzz did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You and Fuzzy had a nice little bromance date. I see.
The
Mhm.
best was being able to see you working the whole time while we ate.
Oh
No,
yeah,
you
I
weren't
know.
part of our conversations.
Yeah, they got a table right in eye shot of where I was working. Yes, they did. That is true.
He brought you over a salad, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Got her a salad and something to drink.
Uh-huh. Whatever.
All right.
So
So wrapping it up.
yeah. So we are getting close to when we are going out to California. So we will not probably have a show during that time, right? We're probably not gonna have it the first weekend of June.
Yeah.
Next week Presto is gonna be at a concert, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And Cypher might be back. Good thoughts for his puppy.
Yeah.
And everything. And which one do you want to do? I mean, which one should we do? Mimic or should we do something else? I mean, do you want to do Mimic? Because we can do that one the week after.
I'm fine with any of them. I'm not picky as long as it's not one you specifically pick. I'm
Oh,
fine.
really? 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 Just gang up on me tonight. I
No.
mean, like usual.
Oh, like you didn't run over me with a bus a couple of times earlier. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about. What bus? I don't recall these events. I
Oh,
mean,
you
a
don't
bus
even.
is really
okay.
hard to get it. You know, to rent one of those. I mean, they're very expensive, so it couldn't have been a bus.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so a rental van. That's
A
fine.
rental
I got tire marks on my back. I'm good. I'm good.
Whatever.
We really need to start an Instagram page or something that we could have like a schedule on there and like movies we're about to watch and
Yeah.
suggestions and everything. We're showing
disorganized.
our age, or Fee showing her age of how she runs this show.
Oh, really?
No structure. It's a shit show, free for all.
Oh, I don't know about no structure now. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll message Cypher and see which one he wants to do,
Mm-hmm.
and then Presto's just gonna have to deal anyway.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that? All right. So we will see everybody next Friday. So bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.